Bambino Kart Club Championship is back in the Cotswolds in the heart of the UK. The club also plays hosts to the Midland Championship, one of the big club championships of the season, and this year it's on the weekend of the 31st of August and 1st of September. You can get your entries in via the website rissingtonkartclub.co.uk.
We kickstart our Bambino Kart Club finals coverage here at Rissington with a C50 Bambinos. Now, of course, this is a 3-time session event, and this is the third run of those 3, with some amazing young competitors getting their first taste of motorsport action. This is Tyler Davis, championship leader. He's been in the top 3 in both of the previous sessions. He was actually the fastest in the first session, so he's obviously one of the ones to beat. But Charlie Lomas took the fastest time in the second session, and he's never been outside the top 3 either. And he is his main rival in this C50 Bambino title fight.
Yeah. So don't forget, guys, these are just time sessions. That's Cole Denham pictured 4th in the first session, 3rd in the second session. It's basically points for every position you finish in the 3 timed runs, and those points then go together at the end of the event, and the overall result gives you the winner. 5th and 4th for Braith Murdoch, who was a winner last time out at Lark Hall.
There's young Luke Millward. He's been in the top 10 for both of the previous sessions, the number 38. And of course there is Izanosa Pascal Asagi, who's been absolutely incredible in the first season for Izanosa. And hopefully there's plenty more to come based on the current pace we've seen from Izzy as things continue to battle on. There's the 99, still pushing hard, and obviously one of the most prolific competitors in this Bambino Karting Club category for C50 Bambinos. Pushing hard there as many of the drivers are on the right chassis. Cole Denham continuing to battle away around the circuit. It still sends a little bit of a shiver down the old spine here when I watch the Bambinos, particularly in the C50s, because I can't help forgetting the fact that my son is currently 6 years old, and if he ever catches wind that this championship actually exists, I have a feeling things are going to get quite difficult in my household.
Yeah, difficult in your wallet.
Yeah, absolutely. Jensen Walker and Levi McGrath are battling out on the circuit at the moment. Again, 2 drivers who have been right up at the top 6 all weekend. It's great to see the plethora of confidence and talent that is starting to come through in the BKC as they continue to battle around Rissington. Ronnie Ray Carter, for at least a short period, the youngest racing driver in the entirety of Great Britain at one point.
I think the youngest driver, I think there are 2 drivers in this, I'm trying to remember who they were, who are just 5 years of age, Jake.
That's very true, because you're allowed to compete in the year you turn 6.
Birthday, yeah.
So that's it. So you can race if you're 5, but only if you turn 6 during that year. Tyler Lee, number 10, battling away around the circuit as well. Oh, that's getting a little bit racy from Ronnie Legg. Oops. There's a bit of a moment there for Ronnie. He tried to go to the inside line and unfortunately found the number 27 already there on the inside line, battling away for position. So that could have been a little bit scary for the 2 of them. They're not actually meant to be racing wheel to wheel, but for Ronnie Legg, it nearly happened as Harley Drake goes through. So that could have been a very entertaining moment, but not necessarily for the right reasons. But Ronnie did the right thing. He saw it was going to get hairy in the first corner and bailed out of it at exactly the right moment. So the drivers continue to push around Rissington. There is Charlie Lomas setting a time, 58.962 for Charlie Lomas, and that is the fastest time so far from the second in the championship, and a 58.967 for Tyler Davis. God, it's so close between these 2, as it has been all season long, of course. Cole Denham's just done a 59.103. That puts him 3rd at the moment, with plenty of opportunities to move further forward. There's nothing in it though. 0.2 of a second between the top 3. You've got to remember that these guys are in their first competitive season of motorsport at a full-time campaign, and they are, whoops! Jensen Walker getting a little sideways. That's what happens when you put a little bit too much throttle into the corner, and the back end of the cart just wants to come around, but that's well collected. Oh no, Harley Drake. Mechanical problems. There's nothing you can do about that, and unfortunately his session comes to an end too early.
Well, yeah, and Jensen Walker, the thing about it is, Jake, Of course, you might have a spin, but it's only registering your fastest lap. So if you spin on a lap, doesn't really make a lot of difference. It's your fastest lap at the end of the session, basically, that counts, not where you finish on the track.
Very true.
Harley Drake, however, not going any further.
No, that's true. Freddie Denton trying to get himself firmly up the top 6. And we're currently watching the 98 pushing hard as Freddie Denton tries to get further into position. He's still flirting with the top 6 and getting himself as far up that order as is physically possible, with the likes of Braith Murdoch, Jensen Walker, Jensen White and Levi McGrath to hang out with at the top end of the timesheets. 0.04 of a second quicker than the aforementioned Jensen Walker is Freddie Denton for 5th place overall in this session at the moment. Well, as Jensen White we just picked up there in the top 10. Isn't it amazing how when a certain driver wins a Formula 1 World Championship, about 10 years later, there are so many drivers in Great Britain who suddenly have the name Jensen. He was the only one in about 1998, 99 when he had left karting, and now there's billions of them. Fair enough. Always great to see that well, you get that bit of a plethora of national recognition, which is great. There's a lot of kids that came through about 5-6 years ago called Lewis. And I wonder why that was. Jack Freeman going through, putting on a bit of a show. Mind you, these days, while we're talking about drivers' names, why is it every single kart racer who seems to do well at the moment is called Oliver? There's billions of them. Talking about Jensen's, Jake. There's another look at Jensen White. Oh, yes, there is Jensen White pushing very hard. But yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's on the continent or whether it's here in the UK. There's just a plethora of Olivers coming well in the world of motorsport. There's hundreds of them at the moment at the top end of motorsport. Tyler Davis, though, is the man who's at the front end of this field as he battles with his title rival, Charlie Lomas. And there's a nice plethora of contenders coming through. That is the 99 of Cole Denham up on the inside of Tyler Davis, who lets him go. And there's the 9 coming towards us. That is Ronnie Ray Carter. Tyler Davis has put in the fastest lap in this one, from Charlie Lomas in 2nd, Cole Denham 3rd, Braith Murdoch 4th, Freddie Denton, Jensen Walker, Jensen White, Levi McGrath, Ronnie Legg and Morgan Weston rounding out the top 10 as things stand, and that looks like the way it's going to finish as we have a look at the 17 of Jack Freeman. And he's trying to get into that top 10, of course, so if he can just find that little squirt of extra pace, then he's going to get there. He's not far off it at all. No, he's in 11th place currently in this session, but it's the points at the end of the session where you finish in each race. I think it's 25 points for the win, 24, 23, 22, so on. They have 3 runs, and then you can score a maximum effectively of 75 points. I think there might be an extra point up for grabs for the driver who sets the fastest lap on the day, but not overly sure about that. I'm sure I remember hearing Darren saying something about that. Do you know what I love about that point scoring system as well, being at 25 to 24, 23, 22? It pushes you to get that little bit extra out of your car each time, because just one position more, or one or 2 places more, it's an extra point each time. It makes the difference. It could be the difference between standing on the overall podium or being 4th or 5th. So there is that added incentive for the youngster to just try and find that extra little bit of time to eke it out of the kart, as Morgan Weston is trying to do at the moment, the Welshman, with the emblazoned dragon on the side of the side pod. It looks absolutely brilliant. I kind of half want a Welsh national team now with that fantastic livery. They should speak to Morgan Weston if ever there is going to be a Welsh national team. They've already got the graphics sorted for you. It looks amazing, I have to say, and that's proper national pride. Wait till they go to Glenagorse, and that is going to be the most celebrated kart, with the helmet as well, the golden livery helmet with the flag on the back as well. The checkered flag is indeed out, and is Charlie Lomas going to find that last little bit? I'm not so sure he's going to. Most of them have had their fastest laps within the first 5 or 6 laps out on the circuit, so I'm not entirely sure they're going to find another one. Charlie Lomas has finished 2nd. Tyler Davis is going to consolidate his championship lead. Jensen White is 7th in that particular session, and here is the overall combined result of the 3. Tyler Davis gets it by just 2 points to Charlie Lomas. 4 more ahead of Cole Denham, with Braith Murdoch and Levi McGrath in the top 5. Very competitive stuff from C50. Tyler, congratulations. You're the overall winner here today at Rissington. Tell us a little bit about the circuit. You like it here? Mm-hmm. Lots of overtaking and lots of fast sweeping corners, so I guess that suited you this weekend. Who do you want to thank for your win this weekend?
My family and my dog.
Your family and your dog. Very good. Well done.
Epic Tyler, a racing driver's best friend. Tyler Davis leads the championship as well by 4 points to Lomas and Murdoch. It's so tight at the top. Denham is 4 points back too, with Tyler Lee and Levi McGrath scrapping over 5th. It's going to be great when we go to the O-Play at Rowrah. Honda Cadet next.